Hoping tonight there's no more rioting and looting in Ferguson, Missouri.
Violence doesn't solve anything.
Hours after protesters rampaged through the streets.
I don't think we can prevent folks that really are intent on just destroying a community.
Tonight, more questions.
We object publicly and loudly. This process is broken.
What are you saying? That our lives are not equal? Our lives are not worthy of not even a day in court?
And more calls for healing.
Let the record be clear. You have broken our hearts, but you have not broken our backs.
Our big story, of course, the aftermath of the Ferguson grand jury decision not to indict Officer Darren Wilson in the death of Michael Brown.
This is what Ferguson looked like last night. Violence erupted after the announcement and lawlessness ensued. Gunshots were fired, a number of businesses were set ablaze, and looters broke into locally owned stores, clearing off the shelves. More than 80 people were arrested. Police say the violence and rioting was much worse last night than back in August when Brown was killed.
Many of those stores are owned by African Americans. We're going to bring you local reaction, including that of people still protesting the police shooting here of John Crawford III back in August at the Beaver Creek Walmart.
But first, Natasha Williams is live in our newsroom with the very latest from Ferguson. Natasha.
Jack Deb, the smoke is literally still settling tonight, and another blanket of controversy is covering the city. Now, the mayor of that city, James Ferguson, is criticizing last night's response from the National Guard. He says they weren't deployed fast enough to stop the looters and save the businesses that were destroyed. Knowles calls the delay deeply concerning. Meanwhile, today, Missouri Governor Nixon says tonight they will be prepared. He says thousands of National Guardsmen will be in place tonight in case more violence erupts.
The Guard's rapid response teams will be positioned so that they are ready to act at a moment's notice if challenges arise. Altogether, there will be more than 2,200 National Guardsmen in the region.
Now, we're also learning that Officer Darren Wilson remains on administrative leave following that deadly shooting of Brown. Mayor Knowles said in a news conference Tuesday Wilson's status has not changed. Now, the family of Michael Brown has vowed to push for federal charges against Officer Wilson, but they are condemning last night's violence and looting. Within the hour, though, President Bush also lashed out at the rioters, saying the destruction of property in the Ferguson area puts lives at risk and is a criminal act.